Good evening folks, 21st Century Caveman here. Hope everybody's safe, hope everybody's well. So today I'm going to share with you a quick concrete repair job I did on my driveway the other week. Now as you can see, the driveway is in a poor state of repair and was in urgent need of attention. As you can see, it's a patchwork of different materials, different sorts of concrete, rough concrete, smooth concrete, and some tarmac and some other bits and bobs chucked in as well. So basically it's a little bit of a mess. The other thing about the driveway is the fact that it is a shared driveway. Now the damage on the driveway is split roughly 50-50 between myself and my neighbour. Now bless him, he did offer to share the cost with me, but I declined and said I would cover it. This chap is he's a bit eccentric, a bit of a loner, but do you know what, I really like the guy and he's absolutely no trouble at all. And as a gesture of goodwill, I said I'd cover it myself. It's no biggie really for me. Anyway, so I reckon that I could cover the repair of this driveway for around about £50 or £60 and make it look half decent. Now clearly the strongest material is going to be concrete and it's going to be the most durable finish. But here in the UK we're in the middle of a lockdown and basically I couldn't get any. However, I did have 5 bags of Postcrete knocking around which I was actually going to use on another job. So I decided to give this a try and use that instead. Now the thing about Postcrete is, as you'll probably all be aware, this is the stuff you use to set fencing posts. It sets very quickly, and from the off I knew that I'd have to work quickly and mix it up in small batches so it didn't go off. So anyway, I'm going to stop gabbing now and just let you watch some of the video. As it transpired, I ended up using 5 bags of this and this repair job cost me about £24. Okay, so initially I wasn't really quite sure what consistency to make this stuff up as. Clearly I didn't want it too runny because it wouldn't be as strong, but equally I didn't want the mix to be too dry because it would set even quicker than it would in the first place. So it's a little bit of trial and error really. But this job took me about sort of half an hour to do, and towards the end of that time I think I had it pretty much sussed really. So as you can see, mixing up little batches here. Initially some of the mix, it's actually quite dried. For example, what you're looking at now, it is almost like mixing up and laying a screed rather than concrete. But you know, it's the main thing is that it's nice and tight and compact and a very strong mix. And you'll see that I'm alternating between a steel bucket trowel and also a plastic float. So this thing can be quite deceptive, because using this float here, it looks as if I'm moving this stuff around quite easily, and I am, but within sort of 30 seconds it can actually set to a big clump of concrete basically. So, you know, this isn't the easiest stuff to work with, and it certainly wouldn't be my material of choice. It was simply the case that it was available and I wanted to get this job done, and just to see how it fared really. As it turns out, I used 5 bags of this stuff, and this job cost me less than £24, which I think was pretty damn good. So here you can see we're making some nice progress. We've done a good few mixes here, and you know, we'll soon be coming to the end of the job. And I was actually really surprised that I used 5 bags of this Postcrete, because each bag weighs 20 kilos, so that's 100 kilos of Postcrete, which is absolutely incredible when you think about it, because when you look at the area that needed filling initially, there's no way I would have contemplated that it would take 100 kilos of concrete to fill it in. So I think the thing about that is the fact that you always need to make sure you've got extra material than you think you might need. Right, okay guys, so look, I'm coming to the end of the job now, and what I'm doing here is just using a wet brush just to try and feather in the edges to the adjacent materials and just make it look as decent as it can. I mean, clearly you've seen the state of the driveway generally, you know, this does not need to be perfect, but obviously I still want to make it look as decent as possible. And you know, I think when you look at the pictures at the end, I think you'll agree it looks half decent. Okay, so this job is now complete, and I've just got to pay my attention to the rest of the driveway. As I say, I reckon I can do it for about another £25–30. I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem, and clearly I shall video that or take some photographs and just let you know how the job turned out.